keep sliding in. Yeah, no, that's I think. So we'll locate it. I forgot. I think that was
all right. Oh, there we go. I have a mic that works. Hooray! It only took 2 minutes. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, if we could go ahead and make some room for our neighbors as people are shuffling in, that way everyone has the opportunity to get a great view of our medical pool. Now, for those just joining us, welcome to our inside here working encounter. This is our medical pool. So Orca Encounter is a series of 5 different pools covering about 7 million gallons of ocean real salt water. Now, this is one of our most important pools because it actually has a vault bottom at the bottom of the pool that can be completely lifted up and out of the water. And believe it or not, the killer whales are very comfortable allowing that floor to come all the way up and allow our veterinary team to walk out onto that floor and do body examinations on them. So this type of training that we're doing is called husbandry training, and this is the most important type of training that we do here at SeaWorld, because it's asking the whales to participate in their own healthcare and well-being. Now at SeaWorld, we use positive reinforcement across all of our parks, which means that if the whales do something correct, we're going to give them something that they might find reinforcing. Now Shouka finds fish really reinforcing, right? Who doesn't really like all that good salmon and herring and all that stuff, at least if you're a whale. But Shouka finds other things reinforcing too, like these giant ice cubes that Kaylin has. Now these are giant blocks of ice that the whales really enjoy munching on. They also like different snowballs, they like jello, they like back rubs, they like hanging out playing games with their trainers. So throughout these husbandry procedures, you're going to see Shouka getting a lot of primary or fish reinforcement, but you'll also see her get these other things like these fun ice cubes that she really seems to enjoy. Now this is Shouka. She is a 31-year-old female, and she is one of our smallest whales at about 5,000 pounds. And she is super, super smart and a really fun, loving whale and has a great personality. So all the whales here at SeaWorld do have individual personalities, and Shouka is just such a friendly, fun, positive whale. She enjoys hanging out with all of her trainers and having lots of fun. Now maybe you can hear it in just a second, but Shouka actually was born in an aquarium in France where she lived with some bottlenose dolphins. And a really cool fact about her, she actually learned a bottlenose dolphin call and how to imitate that. And then when coming here to SeaWorld, she taught our whales. So take a listen. So that is actually a bottlenose dolphin call. Now she taught some of our whales that, which is just so cool because it really shows how incredible killer whales are, that they can learn a completely different dialect and imitate that and then teach other whales here that same dialect. So it's really cool. Now we have another fun husbandry session planned for you guys, so we'll see what we're going to be doing today. We have a couple different tools that we're going to be using. The thing by Caitlin's feet, the little clear stick with a little buoy on the end of it, that is called a target pole, and it's the foundation of how we train all the incredible behavior that you see throughout our parks here at SeaWorld. The whales have actually learned to touch the tip of their rostrum, which is the front part of their face, to that target pole and follow it around the environment. So you see, Shouka's going to pop up on the ledge right here. She's going to touch the tip of her face to this rostrum. And then we are going to be doing an approximation, which is basically a small step towards a greater training. And this is actually an X-ray approximation. So this little tool that we have right here would hold a real X-ray plate if we were going to ask for an X-ray. So how cool is that? That we can ask a 5,000-pound killer whale to get an X-ray. And it is all voluntary, as you can see. Now, obviously this isn't done overnight. The whales don't just be born knowing how to do an X-ray. We train them into small approximations, and this is an incredible example of that. There is no big X-ray machine. There's not a lot of vets. The only thing different is we have lots of fun guests here watching this session. But it is just a simple thing where we're holding that tool by her face and getting her desensitized to having some sort of X-ray kind of component near her face. So again, this isn't the full procedure. This is just a small step that we use to train up to that gradual thing. So again, we would just hold it right by her face, and our veterinary team would allow us to come over and have a big X-ray machine that would get an X-ray of her face and her teeth and all that fun stuff. So again, this is a really, really cool inside look into one of the husbandry things. Most people never get to see a lot of these different husbandry training, let alone see us practice for an actual X-ray with some of the killer whales. So again, just a really cool testament to the incredible trust and relationships and the world-class care that we have with our killer whales. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for watching this really cool approximation. We have a couple more groups that we were trying to shuffle through, so you guys got to see this really cool X-ray approximation. If you wouldn't mind heading over to our left-hand side where we will have the stamps ready for you guys. That way we can have our next group come in and watch our next session. I want to thank you guys.